Hi, this is Dr. Bharadwaj. I am fitness specialist. Today we will discuss on one of the important topics, how the body gets energy. If you have to do some work, you need energy. For example, you are doing your daily activities, you need energy. You are thinking, you need energy. You are exercising, you need energy. For any work to be done, you need energy. And where this energy comes? So there are four places from where we get the energy, and we have to be efficient at all the four places. But what human being is doing is, human being is getting energy from only one food source, that is carbohydrate. So now we will check how human being is getting energy, why we are getting energy only from carbohydrate and we are missing energy from other things. We will now check how to optimize this energy, make use of all the four types of energies we have to reduce weight, to become healthy and stay fit forever. Human being has four ways of getting energy, means four substrate. First one is phosphocreatine, second one is carbohydrate, third one is fat, fourth one is protein. From all the four sources, human beings get energy. Think that you are in a forest, you want to make fire and you have to cook something. By taking this example, we will demonstrate how human being will generate energy. First one is matchstick, that is phosphocreatine. Matchstick is like phosphocreatine. This gives you energy for first 5 seconds. Any work human being has to do, so there should be some energy. That first 5 seconds of energy comes from phosphocreatine. Phosphocreatine is like a matchstick. This matchstick will burn only for around 5 seconds. Once you get energy for first 5 seconds, next what happens is, next you get energy from paper, that is carbohydrate. This carbohydrate burns quickly, gives lot of energy, right? But uh, it stays for a very short period, maybe for 5 minutes this can burn, but this gives lot of energy, it burns at a time. This is carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is one of the food groups. You get carbohydrate from you eat, but it is not stored in the body. It is stored in the body, but it is very less. This one gives energy for first 5 minutes. Once you complete this carbohydrate, next what you do is you burn this carbohydrate to the wood. With that paper, you burn wood. Wood is like fat. Fat gives slow fire, but it gives for a long time, maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. If you want to use the energy, if you want to do work for more than 1 hour, 2 hours, up to 5 hours, 7 hours, then you use the energy from the fat. This is fat. And the next one is protein. Protein is like a metal. Metal is not used for cooking, or metal is not used for burning, right? Burning something. Metal is used as a structure. If you want to make something, if you want to make a stove, or if you want to make anything, this will be metal. So this will give structure, this will not give energy. But human beings get energy from this in a very terrible situation. For example, if you got admitted in ICU and your all your carbohydrate resource is completed, your fat resource is completed, and still body needs energy, then what body does is this breaks down the protein and gets the energy, right? So this is not for producing energy, this is for structure, maintaining enzymes, giving uh, hormones, all those structure, maintaining vigor, all those things are given by this protein. This is not for producing energy. You will produce energy from this in very bad situation or in very terrible situation where all those results are completed, you are starving or you are in famine, only then you will use this protein. This is not good thing to use for a production of energy. Then how do you use, for example, if you are in a forest and you want to start your movement, first movement is given by this phosphocreatine, right? You start to move, first to 5 seconds you get from this. And next one is for next 5 seconds. For example, if you have encountered a lion in the forest, or it is like high intensity workout, if you want to escape from the lion within 5 minutes, right? You run with your utmost energy, all the carbohydrate is burnt once, you get a lot of energy and you move away from the lion to protect yourself. That is this carbohydrate. Carbohydrate gives instant energy, it is not for long duration energy. What happens when you use carbohydrate as energy is, so there is the limited amount of carbohydrate in your blood and in your liver and muscles. In liver and muscles, this carbohydrate is stored as glycogen. Once you finish the glucose or energy in your blood, your liver and muscle converts glycogen into glucose and puts into your blood. Even after that one is completed, right, you run out of energy. So if you use your body only on carbohydrate, you will completely exhaust your carbohydrate. After using it, you again feel hungry, you eat carbohydrate again there is increase in the carbohydrate in the blood, insulin releases. After insulin releases, this carbohydrate again goes and into liver and it is converted into fat. This roller coaster continues. What human being is doing is always taking this carbohydrate. Once you take this carbohydrate, glucose shoots up in your blood. Once the glucose shoots up in your blood, what happens is insulin is released. Once insulin is released, this insulin shift this carbohydrate into fat tissue, and this converts the carbohydrate into fat and cholesterol, right? This cholesterol will go and block your heart. Other triglycerides will deposit under your skin as subcutaneous fat and your belly as visceral fat. Once insulin enters into your blood, this carbohydrates disappears. Again you will feel hungry, right? Again you tend to eat carbohydrate. You continuously eat carbohydrate and you become larger and your fat deposition increases. So carbohydrate, always eating carbohydrate, always depending on the energy for carbohydrate is very bad thing. So you become obese, you become uh, uh, because of obesity you get lot of inflammatory mediators in the blood and your inflammation increases, you will become unhealthy. Best way to use is fat. How do you use fat rather than carbohydrate? So carbohydrate should be used only for minimum quantity or minimum things, but most of your energy you should be getting from the fat. So how do you burn fat? If you want to burn fat, you have to reduce carbohydrate. Once you reduce carbohydrate, your body starts to use this fat. If you are not reducing your carbohydrate, your body will not use this fat. So how do you use fat? The best way to use this fat is releasing glucagon. How glucagon is released? When you are fasting, when you are not eating carbohydrate, so the hormone glucagon is released. This hormone glucagon will go to the fat deposits and it will break the fat and it will put the fat into the blood so that body can use the fat. So fasting, reducing carbohydrates are good for fat burning, right? And there are different type of exercises you do, right? So some exercises burn carbohydrate, some exercises burn fat. If you are trying to reduce weight and increase your strength, you have to do some exercises so that you will not burn carbohydrate as a for energy and you will burn fat for energy. What type of exercises are those? That exercise is known as zone 2 cardio exercise. Zone 2 cardio exercise means, so you will be exercising with minimum intensity. For example, if you are on a treadmill, right, you are exercising on a treadmill, or if you are cycling, you will exercise in such a way that you will be breathing in through nose and breathing out through nose. When you open your mouth and your exercise intensity is higher than breathing in and breathing out through nose, you will burn carbohydrate, you will not burn fat. So the zone 2 cardio exercise is like doing your maximum intensity but breathing in and breathing out through nose. The moment you open your mouth, you increase the intensity and open to gasp the air into your mouth, you are burning carbohydrate. So zone 2 cardio is the best for burning the fat. If you are doing other exercises like strengthening exercises or speed exercises or local endurance exercises, mid duration endurance exercises, short duration endurance exercises like high intensity uh, interval training, you are burning carbohydrate. Immediately after that, your carbohydrate from the blood is gone and you will feel again hungry and you will tend to eat carbohydrate again. If you want to lose weight, if your aim is to lose weight, do zone 2 cardio exercise only, don't go for other type of exercises, right? So, and the next one is metal. Metal we will not use for energy, we will use it for structure, or this is protein. We should not be using protein for uh, producing the energy. In order to spare protein, you need to have sufficient amount of fat in your body, either in your body, or if your body is devoid of fat, if you lost fat, you need to take fat from outside, not carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is not the substitute. You have to reduce carbohydrate as much as possible. If you want to spare protein and you don't have fat reserves, then you have to take good amount of fat. Otherwise, your protein will be gone. These are the four ways human beings produce energy. Now, what human being is doing is using only carbohydrate and is not having good fat metabolism, protein metabolism, or phosphocreatine metabolism. If you want to get healthy and stay fit within 6 months, if you want to get to your desired weight, if you want to lose fat, and if you want to understand all these metabolisms, join this Fit in 6 program. Fit in 6 program is designed for you to come to your desired weight, to reduce the fat in your body. This is the right program for you. It takes 6 months for you to become from fat to fit. Thank you.